All right, we are live, 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 live. Okay, it's always good to be here, and I think we're in the Christmas season. I think going forward, I'll just be doing all the bright colors, the green colors, and all of that. All right, nice to have you here again. My name is Funmilola Williams. I am the lead coach at the Informed and Informed Teens Academy. It is an online mentorship academy for your girls. We have a curriculum that we're running them through to enable them grow into the confident, the passionate, the purposeful, and the driven young woman you always want them to become. Welcome right here, and don't forget to tell your friends about our community, our group. Don't forget to tell others to like, to subscribe, so that we can grow this community together and learn together. All right, how's the year been? Today is the 1st of December. Happy new month. Yeah, mine has been a whole lot, but we are here. We're still standing in the love of God. Yes. And then I started thinking to myself, we've been saying do this, do that, do this, do that since the beginning of the year. Okay, can we now? Can we took it a bit? Can we begin to, after you've done all of those things, hoping you did, can we begin to now? Okay, this is December. A lot of people are going to, a lot of families will go vacationing. A lot of people get leave from their workplace. A lot of people have a lot of time. For example, me, I'm going to have a couple of 3 weeks on my hands. I can't wait for it. Yes. So I'm thinking that the same might go for some other people as well. So that we don't just, just like the way it's said, that it's like the way my coach said that you can be there and not be there. So that we don't, before we know it, so that all of the time don't just, pass by. Let's be sure that we're really there with the teen girls. Don't forget, this is also the time. If you're watchful, if you have been watching the trends, this is also the time that a lot of people will be organizing shows, organizing concerts, organizing this, organize. Do you understand? What is the purpose? To bring those young girls out. These are the times that you will see girls attendance fee. What do they call it? Girls free, boys 10,000. Do you understand? So if you're circumspect, this is the time. A lot of people get to put a lot of things together just to engage the girls, engage, because of course a girl like activity. So now that you are here, you're on holiday or you're on your leave or something, you have time with your kids, so your teenage girls. So it is to ensure that this time you are with them truly matters, so that it doesn't just, and then it's January again, boom, 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 and then we start all the up and down that we do. All right, so that's what we're going to be talking about this evening. How do you make the best of this season with your teenage girl? How do you make this time count? How do you make this time important? How do you make this time memorable? So that years after they will still remember. And don't forget the things I've always known this for a very long time. Your daughter does not probably remember the clothes she wore last year, the clothes she even wore 6 months ago. She does not remember. But those little things that you do are the things that stick and the consciousness of your daughter for a very, very long time. So how do you make it count? How do you make the time? Especially this Yuletide, this Christmas season, this festive period. How do you make it count for your daughter after you have been doing all of the work that you have been doing since the beginning of the year? That's what we are talking about today. All right, making the best of the season with your teenage girl. Don't forget, it is not girls count me out, but if it's girls, my body, my leg, my hand, every part of my body is in. All right, number one, I said start with the things they have done well, or the milestone they have achieved within the year. So it's very easy for us to lose focus of it. It's very easy for us to go on and on about the things that they have not done, the things that they have not been doing right, the things that we've been trying to teach them that they haven't gotten. So it is so easy to forget that there are some things that they are actually doing right. And it is your duty, it is your responsibility. I know teenage is very it's a time that they want to test everything on you. They will test their rudeness, they will test their disrespect, they will test everything on you. It's a testy time for parents, but don't forget you have an end in sight. So it doesn't mean that it is all wash. It's not possible. There's definitely something that your girl has done, and there's definitely a milestone that your girl has achieved. I will cite an example with talking about. So we start praying for the next year, our academic year, our self-development goals, all of those things. So, I was just going through my books and my writings, and I remembered that just a couple of years I was struggling with my daughter tearing her books. Yeah. I just used that as an example. And I said, okay, my goal in the next couple of months is for her to be self-responsible, self-accountable, by not tearing her books no more, by not doing this no more, by not doing that no more. So I wrote that at the point. And I also remember I wrote somewhere that, okay, this is when it comes wants personal hygiene. This is what I want to achieve with her. And looking at her now, I say, oh, okay, we've crossed that milestone. So now we don't struggle anymore with steering books, keeping books safe. We don't struggle so much again with personal. All of those things. I just use that one as an example. So that's where you're going to start from. Don't start from, hey, the year has ended again. You still don't know how to turn amala. Or that's an example because I love the food. That doesn't mean that has to be what your child is struggling with. Oh, hey, the year has ended again. Look at you. Your room is still there. And then we go on and on and on and on. And then we lose sight of the ones that they have learned, the ones that they have grasped, the ones that they have understood. For example, it could be before, maybe your daughter didn't like to read at all. Maybe she struggled with reading. Maybe she struggled, and then you see that gradually there is a shift. So not a total pivot, but a shift. It's gonna take 360 to pivot fully, but there's a shift. Notice that shift. You must notice the shift in the journey of your daughter. If you're watching me live, please put in the comment section. You must learn to notice the shift in the journey of your daughter. I just told you the ones I noticed. I'm sure if I sit down myself, I'm going to notice a whole lot of other ones that it's possible because of the day-to-day expectations and all of that we expect them to have done. It's possible that we're not seeing what we should really see. So that's why I said start with the things they have done well. For example, if they used to struggle about something before and now you no longer struggle with it, please kindly acknowledge it. That's something. And I told you the milestone they have achieved within the year, whatever it is, whatever milestone means to you, whatever it is. I've cited two examples. Yours could be being able, your teenage girl being able to keep being personally responsible for things. She goes for a holiday, then she comes back with all the things that she took. That's a milestone. She's not gonna get. The only thing I said, just notice a shift and appreciate that shift. Let your daughter know that yes, the effort she's making, you are saying it. So do you know what I mean? Whatever milestone. I remember 2 years ago, 3 years ago, we used to struggle also, with personal responsibility. For example, going for a camp, going for a trip, and then you come back, all of the things that you've taken to the trip, taken to the camp, you bring it back with you. But I realized that now we no longer struggle. She went, my daughter went for a week trip, and then she got back, and then everything, of course, with the help of a checklist of everything she used, everything was accounted for. That's a milestone. It wasn't like that 2 years back, 3 years back. So this December, don't make it December of judgment. Can we not make it the December of judgment for our girls? Rather, can it be a December of acknowledging their milestones? Let's start from that. Depending on the parenting, when I started this year, I said one of the videos, I remember saying that do your parenting goals. What do you want to achieve on your journey this year? Do you understand? So that is what you use. So it is not possible that everything you wanted to achieve on that list concerning your parenting is not possible, that none of it was achieved. If none of it was achieved, then I'm coming back to you, meaning that you've not been doing the work. So you shouldn't now be dumping that on your daughter. Don't forget, your daughter is not going to learn on them unless they are taught. Your daughter is not going to learn anything unless they are taught. So please, the ones that they have done, kindly start from there. The ones they have done, the milestone they have achieved. If, for example, that your daughter was struggling with a particular subject, and now you see that she's improving, or for example, your daughter took on a project I shared in the course of our classes, how that my daughter left the project undone for a long time, and I just left it, and then I'll just go back to it and just say, okay, when we start something, what do we do? She says we finish it. And then she goes back, even though it took months, it took time, but it was done. Do you understand? So whatever milestone, no matter how small, no matter how big, please acknowledge the milestones of your daughter. That is how to make the house rancor free. Yeah, that's the word, rancor free this holiday season. All right, the next thing you want to do, pull out some of the family rituals you used to do. One of the ones I missed a lot, I missed a lot, I'm trying to pull out now. We used to go together on dates a lot, So yours could be anything, depending on whatever it is that you have adopted for your family. So pull it out. Some of the ones that and I also remember, even as I'm sharing this now, I also remember that she used to enjoy being read to a lot. She said, "Mommy, you come and read to me," and I will sit down. And I realized that okay, it's not been frequent like before. So you can pull, like pulling an old trick off the head, the way they will say. So pull out some of the family rituals you used to do. It brings your daughter back to you. It makes them understand that yes, even though I'm growing, I'm a teenager now, I'm still somewhere my mother's at, very connected, very important. Do you understand? So it could be anything. Of course, because they are teenagers now, it's likely that they will resist. It's like they will say, "Oh, mommy." For example, some of the teenage girls, they don't like to be hugged anymore, depending on the temperament, but also they think that is They don't want to be seen as, okay, my brother will say, oh, don't embarrass me. I don't know whether you get that, but I get that a lot. You do something and then they feel, oh, you're not so cool, you're not so cool, mommy. And I just laugh, like, okay, the generations is different. You understand? So it could be something that she even used to do before. It's possible now because of she's growing, because she's having friends, because she's listening to other influences. So those things may not she may not attach the importance she used to, but you can tell this is the time to pull it out, whatever it is. Your mind, I've told you two of mine, we're going on dates, we're reading to ourselves again. We used to color together. And this afternoon, when I was preparing for the year, I dragged out our coloring book. Do you understand what I am saying? So somewhere, look for that thing again. Look for that thing to drag your other out of that feeling of, oh, this, that. So please, it also lies on you. Pull out some of the family rituals you used to do. If you didn't used to do any, this is a good time to start doing something together that she enjoys. Please don't forget, this is not about you, but this is about her. So it is when you have given so much of what she loves to do that you do it together, that's when she switches to the, okay, mommy, can we do what you want? Don't forget, you are the adult. She is not. She's a teenager. So don't feel, so what about me? Well, I am not sorry to say to us, but the moment we decided to have our girls, the moment we decided to have our children, our lives stopped being ours wholly, fully. You may want to debate it to the kingdom come, but it is the truth. No matter what you do, no matter what step you take, no matter what decision you make, you must consider them and the effect on them at all times. So please, it's no longer about you now, at least until your daughter is formed. So it's about her. Go and pull out the ritual that you used to do together, what she used to enjoy as a 10-year-old, as a 9-year-old, as an 8-year-old, what she used to enjoy. I'm telling you that now that she's 12, she's 13, she's 14, oh, it's going to now look new, look novel to her. And, oh, mommy, where did you bring this from? For example, I've told you 3 other things that we're going to do this holiday. We're going to do that, we're going to go on dates, you understand? Whatever, it could be anything for you, just anything to ensure that, and don't forget, this thing is, it's a relationship, is a tool rather to bring your daughter close to you. It is when your daughter is close to you, it is when she feels connected to you, is when she feels that, yes, there's a connection between you and her. That's when she can begin to let you in on her life. Please kindly do not forget. So when you are doing, I remember then, is it kneel down? I kneel down and she climbs my back and then we run around the living room. Whatever it is that you used to do that was very important for your daughter. Oh, there's a cousin. I think a cousin is 14. She's much taller than me, and the other day she just hopped on my back. I was tired, I just felt, oh, she wanted connection. So okay, and I something you understand to do things together with them. It doesn't happen every day that your 14-year-old will hop on you, but when they do hop on you, please don't say, oh, leave me, oh, this, that. No, they could just come for a spontaneous hug. Please don't feel don't feel, oh, you couldn't. Don't feel, oh, why, this. Please, all of those random acts that they used to do and they come back to you and do it, please, is their way of trying to connect back with you. So don't take it for granted. All right, the next thing you want to do to make the best of this season with your teenage girl is find time to do together what she loves or visit places she loves. I am not trying to say that your own me time is not important. No, but in your me time, you mustn't lose your daughter. In your me, some people say, "Oh, I understand it, I get it. I also want that time too." And there are times that you must necessarily schedule that time for yourself too. But because you have a bigger goal in mind, you have something in mind that is beyond for now. This connection that you're building is going to last a ripe long old age. So because of that, because you are investing in the person that your daughter is going to become, you have to find time to do together what she loves or the places that she loves. Some of your girls love to paint, some of them love to color, some of them love to sing, some of them love to dance. Whatever they love, you must find time to do together what she loves or the business that she loves. My daughter loves to paint. And I said today as I was looking for our plan ourselves for next year, I drew out our painting because we have a painting that we'll paint together. I think I shared it already. And then she paints a page, I paint the next page, whatever it is. And if you're not sure, please don't feel embarrassed, don't feel ashamed. Ask, what do you like to do? What do you want us to do together? She's a daughter after all. And then even Asking questions like that, number one, it shows your humility. And number two, it shows that you're willing to be in the life of your daughter. So ask, what would you like us to do together? The girls here say to me, oh, let's go to the park. Even though I don't really feel like going to the park, but because that's what they like, and then we'll find the time and then we'll go. So please, it is one of the things, that's one of the things you need to do, that you make the most of this time, because at most you're going to have them at home for like 3 weeks or 4 weeks. So you don't want to be grumbling and then money up and down the house in all of the 4 weeks. So please kindly find time to do together what she loves or visit places that she loves. Ask her if you're not sure. Please kindly ask. The next thing you want to do, plan a date or a getaway with your daughter is very important. Plan it intentionally, deliberate. These are the things that you can do this season. It doesn't have to be something account breaking or whatever. It could be a simple walk in the neighborhood, depending on the weather that you have. Because that simple walk in the neighborhood, if you if you're in the western world right now, you may think twice about it because of the weather condition. But if you're in more friendlier weathers, when there is sunset, you could. I used to do a lot of that. Even for myself, for my personal head clearing and mental or whatever, I used to do it. I used to, when the weather was, I need a walk, I need to clear my head, I need to breathe, I need to just take a walk. So it could be. So when I say plan a date, if I say plan a getaway, the getaway can actually be within your community. It could actually be within some of your close friends, some of your close associates, just a place where it's different from your regular. Just the way the way couples arrange a getaway, nothing stops you. I've done that, and we're planning the game for this month rather. So please, when you do all of these things, don't think, oh, I'm wasting. See, you must know, in parenting, you put time, you put money, and then you put efforts. Trust me, you must put the three. Parenting will require your time, you require your money, you require your effort, because it is money that we use and attend classes, it's money you use and buy books, it's money you use and attend seminars on how to be a better parent, not how to be the richest man in the world. Though. Trust me. So please don't say, oh, don't grumble. And there's something that coach has taught me a long time, because you can plan for these things. For example, before, what I used to do, I knew that we're going to get away by December. So I'll be putting 5K, as small as that. I'll be putting it away somewhere gradually from the maybe mid-year. So by the time, and because it depends, it's not something. So I'm not trying to impress anybody, and you're not doing it because you want to post for the gram the way they say these days. You're not doing it to seek attention or whatever. You're just trying to create memories with your daughter. My daughter and her cousins were talking to other time, and they were just going through my phone, throwing through my gallery rather. And I said, "Oh, you and mom, you have a lot of things together." That is it. So that it's not about, it's not for show, it's not for anything. It's so that when you will think that they are forgotten. They may not talk about it. They may not make reference to it. You will think that they are forgotten, but trust me, they don't forget. Kids don't forget the love they receive. Teenagers, kids, even adults, how much more kids? They don't forget the love they receive. So please make this time that time that you want to put in more love. Please, this is not the time for judgment. This is not the time for you didn't do well in your exam, you didn't do this, you didn't do that, you didn't do this. This is not the time. This is just time to connect, to get to create memories together with your teenage girl. And the next thing, and you don't forget, it is on our terms, not your terms. So you can't be saying we have to do what we like. No, it's not going to work. You will not get the result like that, desired result. Do you understand? So it has to be, okay, what do we do together? What do you want us to do together? So it is when you have shown that level of understanding, level of love, and that is when you expect it back. So you can't say to your daughter that, oh no, we're going away on a trip, and on that trip all you do is press your phone. You have just gone for yourself. Or for example, you can't say you're going away with your daughter and then all you do is be on the phone or watch the reels, whatever. You have just done it for yourself, not for your daughter. Your daughter must feel there must be kind of feeling of richness that must come by virtue of your daughter's interaction with you. If that's not there, you want to check it. All right. So I hope that you're learning something, and don't forget, when you hear something that is striking to you, I like you to put in the comment section. That way I know that I am not talking to myself. Thank you. So the next one you need to do, listen to the things she has to say on those outings. Yes, listen. Listen. This is a tough call for parents. You have to listen. See, don't assume that, oh, she after all, she's so small, she doesn't. No, Teenagers battle with a lot. So it is lack of wisdom. I repeat, it is lack of wisdom to assume that everything is well. I'm not saying anything bad is happening. No. But at the same time, I'm not gonna say, oh, it's all bliss and joy. It doesn't work like that in the world of a teenage girl. A lot of ideas are coming to her. A lot of things are eating her from left, right, and center. She opens her phone. This is trending. She opens her phone. She goes to school the next day. The girl said this, and then she's among her, she's talking to her fellow friends. They are saying a whole lot of things is just clamoring to have the first place in her life. And then she's wondering, I don't know the one I'm going to say to my mom, and then she's going to go, I don't know the one. Do you understand? She's wondering, she's not sure. But what all of these things will help you to achieve? What all of this is worth to you? It will help you to achieve acceptance, entrance, that's the word, entrance into our world, into our space. The way when you want to hug a child, you have to come to the level of the child. It is the same thing you're going to have to do this if you must enter the space of your child, especially your teenage girl. So please listen to whatever she has to say. Don't think it's nonsense. Don't think it's whatever. Listen to whatever she has to say on those outings. I've told you, it doesn't have to be an elaborate, it doesn't have to be whatever. No, it could just be a simple walk in the neighborhood. I mean, when was the last time any of us had a, but anytime let me tell you, the way I cherish those moments now, those simple walks or those simple bus rides to town or something, the way I cherish it right now, because I know that it doesn't come often anymore like before. So please take advantage of it. Take advantage of the fact that, oh, okay, for example, you have some 3 hours to spare, take a walk. 2 hours to spare, take a walk. So, and the more you do it, the more it becomes something that your daughter looks forward to. Sometimes I say to my girl, you know what? Instead of getting the bus, let's just walk home. These days I go to pick her in the school. I say instead of getting on the bus, which is faster, let's take a walk, and I will walk down. Of course, also depending on the weather. I said that earlier. So please listen. And it is in those periods you begin to say, mommy, let me gist you. Mommy, let me say this to you. Mommy, do you know what happened today? Do you know what? When she's already used to that kind of pattern, it's the same thing when she has something difficult or when she has something really bothersome that she needs to share with you. It is the same. It is the same. It's not going to be, because the environment is always open. The environment is always what's the word now? Always open to your girl. So it is the same way when you are taking it. When she said, "Mommy," and then when she's sometimes they try to say, "Mommy, let me come and." Sometimes I'm tired. I'm really tired. I am really tired. But somewhere unconsciously, I'm still listening. And then when they say, "Are you really listening?" I say, "Oh, of course. This is what you just said." So you will not know, because the thing is that once your teenage girl thinks she has your hairs, please let me assure you, she will always want to feel it. Once your teenage girl is sure she has your hairs, she will always want to feel it. So under no circumstance must you say, I understand. You could not, if you now get to the point that you think that you're really really tired, you can be like, oh darling, can we have this conversation rather later, or can we discuss this later? Do you understand? But never ever make her feel that you're too tired, you're too stressed out, you're too burnt out. Do you understand? To listen to what she's saying. So please, and that is when you will know what they're struggling with. So that when they start struggling with those values, you would know, because they are used to them coming to you because they know that they have your ears. So when your daughter knows that she has your hair for the silly things, she will come to you for the important things. It's just logical. It's just logic. But when the silly things, you're already saying, "Oh, you have come again." The silly things, you already come with an attitude, or you're not listening. You're pretending that you're not listening. And then the girl says, "Mommy, were you even listening?" And then you go, "Oh, I'm so sorry, my darling." You don't know what you're doing. You're shutting the door. You're shutting yourself out of your daughter's life. That's what you're doing. How many of us could pick our phones and say, "Mommy, this is what is going on with us"? How many of us? How many of us are winging through life and then we're wondering, are we alone? How many of us are winging and we're just like, somebody should get, this is where it starts. This is where, and this is how it starts. So please, all of these things I was learning is to make it better on our journey with our children, so that we don't repeat the same mistakes, we don't repeat the same errors that has been made by people that have gone. So I beg us, dear parents, please listen. Listen. It's not important. It's not this. Just listen. Oh, if you're too tired, schedule. Say, please, can we have the conversation? Just let me rest. Do you understand? Let your daughter understand why she, because if every time she comes and you say, oh, she has come again, she will stop coming, and you should be afraid when she stops coming, because when she's not coming to you, she's going to somebody else. All right. The next thing we're gonna do to make the best of this time with the teenage girl, you have to serve her. Yes, serve your daughters. So today I have performed act of service for everyone living in this house. Today, everyone. I've done something for everybody. So serve your daughter. Not every time you are raising up your leg and say, "Hey, you do this for me." Serve them. Let them see you serve them. For example, it could be a late morning, and then before they wake up, you've made breakfast. It's just gonna don't please do not misunderstand what I'm saying. I'm not saying now let your daughters run wild. I'm not saying let them be irresponsible. I'm not saying don't let them do anything. I'm just saying do the unexpected for them. If they're not, let me give you an example. Sometimes when my daughter and her cousin, sometimes when I need to go out early, I just go to the kitchen and then what they will ordinarily they can't do it very well because they've been doing that very well. So I'll be like, okay, I will just put what they need to put take to school, put it on the gas or whatever. I'm gonna have a bath. By the time I'm done, it's done. And then they wake up going to expecting to go to the kitchen to start their day. And they're like, oh, thank you so very much. You don't know how warming that, but of course, do not make it what you do every day. Otherwise, they become entitled. Do you understand? So you must know where and how to strike the balance. So serve them. Serve them. Do the unexpected. And you know what? It's a common law of life. They will also want to serve you. Number one, you're teaching them service, and then you're teaching them the way and the path to excellence. That's what you're doing. So, their parents, serve your daughters. It is only an African parent that will, you go and this, you do everything. Come on. Not an African parent, you're a deliberate and intentional parent. So please serve your girls. Do that thing that she doesn't expect. For example, it's just for example, she's had a long day, she's done this, she's done that, and then she has a lot of laundry, she's washed them, and she wants to fold them. And just enter her room. Just help her. Serve her. Yes, actually, Jesus told us, say the greatest among us is the one that's serving us. So what's it? So it doesn't make you a lesser parent. It doesn't make you a parent that is not in control. And why should you want to be in control, really? You don't have to be in control. You just have to be in a position of guidance, a position of authority. So it's not control. So serve her. Do what she doesn't expect. This time, this holiday that you're going to be at home together, do what your daughter doesn't expect. Say, oh, mom, thank you. That alone melts the heart. And when the heart is melted, conversations can come on. I mean, can come on. Conversations can start. The heart is melted already. So it's not every time you're looking for, hey, you have not done this. I know that you're working. I know you're yes, I know you're tired too. But the people we love, don't we serve them? So it's the same thing. And then we love our daughters. Most of us love our daughters more than our lives. So why is it so hard? Why is it so, let me tell you something that my coach said a long time ago. She said anytime my daughter, our children are coming from hostel, she will go to the market, she will do this, she will do that, you will cook this one, as though the king is coming, as though the queen is coming. Do you know what that does to the self-esteem of a child? I know when I tried it, one of those camps that my daughter went, and then as I went to go and pick her up, I'm sorry, I had to go and pick her up. And before she came, I'd done a placard, in my own way. Oh, this place wasn't the same when you were not there. All of those things, that's service. That service, excuse me, that service you would not know, but it's service. You will not know that you are opening the heart of your daughter. You are. And when the heart is open to you, it is easy for her to come and meet you. When one boy somewhere is trying to touch the brain and then trying to take away what you have put there, it's so easy. It's so easy. So please don't take it for granted. Serve your daughters. It is not a thing of shame. It actually is a thing of honor. That's one of the ways to teach honor through service. Serve them. Do the unexpected. What they don't expect. And don't forget. I struck a balance. I said it is not because they don't know how to do it. So if your daughter doesn't know how to do it and then you're doing it for her, that's a problem. Please don't misconstrue what I said. If your daughter doesn't know how to do these things and you're doing it for her, that's a problem. You must teach her to be able to know how to do it. But she knows how to do it quite all right. But she's not expecting it because it's her chore, it's her duty, it's her role. But for some reason, what is the reason? To make the best of this time. What do? Just serve her. Nobody gets demoted for serving. Nobody gets lower for serving. Nobody gets dehumanized for serving. So let's not see service as such a big deal. All right, the next thing, you need to please play together. Yes, play together. I don't know how to say this other than the way I've said it. Play with your daughters. I was sharing my friend, I was having a conversation. I said to her that I feel better. Why? Because I played with the girls. and I talked to you and I talked to mom, and I was just having a conversation along those lines. So it is even therapeutic for you, honestly. Adults were so serious. Our lives are so serious, too serious. We're thinking of the bills. Already now. See, Christmas is here. Some of us were not even looking at the joy of the season. Some of us were thinking, oh, Christmas clothes, Christmas rice. And because of that, that is choking the joy that we should be feeling during this season. It's choking it. Please, if you don't have, like, someone like me, I don't have Christmas clothes. Sorry, we don't have Christmas clothes. No clothes is Christmas clothes. We're just going to wear something beautiful and then we're just going to go to church or, no pressure. No pressure at all. So please don't let that pressure of Christmas clothes, Christmas shoe, Christmas week. For some of you, for some of us are away week, Christmas week, Christmas this, Christmas that. And then we begin to now even forget what is important. Please. Play together, you forget to play. Like me, I'm looking, if you see the way I'm looking forward to my leave, to my holiday, we'll do a dance competition. Yes, we'll do it as I am. Like, I'll carry this body and I will dance. Yes, we'll do puzzles together. A lot of things I have planned already. So please play. Tell jokes together. Do hide and seek together. Yes, I have done it with the girls. They hide something here. This one go and look for it. This one go and look for it. And everybody is happy. Please, it is therapeutic for you. Adulthood is too serious already. So that's probably the only avenue you have to laugh. Have you wondered why some people, this time this is like comedians, this, that, they begin to stage shows for people to just come and laugh. Why are you gonna pay? Why are you paying so much to go and laugh? When you have teenagers in your house, make fun, watch comedy skits together, or create an activity for yourself. Anything. Play. If your daughter is too old to be carried on the back, where I used to carry my own here. Look for something that is fun for you together and do it together, please. Play together. Please. I was listening on their conversation, and then one of them was saying to the other one that, oh, your mom has really, they don't forget. They don't forget. You think they do, they don't forget. But the ones they will forget is that expensive shoe you thought you bought. Yes, that your Okay, let me ask you. Your expensive shoe of 2 years ago that you bought for her, please, where is it? She doesn't remember. The expensive shoes of 3 years ago, she does. I also do not remember what I bought 3 years ago. That's the truth. I also do not remember. So please, let's not focus on what is really, really not important, and then we begin to lose focus. We begin to lose sight of what is really, 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 really important. So please find time to play. Some of us have not played in a long time. We need to go and play. Go and play with your teenage girl. Play, yes. Roll on the floor if you have space. I wish we had a lot of space. So roll on the floor, play, get dirty. If you can go to the field, if you want to do netball, volleyball, whatever, run in the street. Oh, my daughter and I did that a lot. Yeah, then we'll go to my friend's house. If she's watching me, she will remember. Then we'll go to my friend's house, and then she will say, okay, mommy, race it to the house. And then she goes and then I go pop. Those were probably the most happiest times of my life. I am serious, and I'm being real. So please, mothers, fathers, if there are any fathers here, please play with your girls. It's very important. It is also therapeutic for you. Then the next thing you want to do, put the year in perspective together and offer your guidance. I said it. This is not judgment. This is not nothing. So after you have done all of these things, of course, your daughter is relaxed. Your daughter is ready to share. Your daughter is ready to share. So put the year in perspective together and offer guidance. And how do I mean put in perspective? Sit down together. After you have done all of the ones I've highlighted, then sit down together. What do you think? What did you struggle with this year? Is it your prayer life? Is it your devotional life? Is it your journaling? Is it your reading? Is it making friends? Is it being accountable? Is it staying responsible? So reflect on the year together. That's what it means to put things in perspective, to look at it from several angles. Then what do you begin to do? The reason you're doing this is not to go and bring your sledgehammer of judgment. Bah! No, you're not doing that. What you're doing is you're offering guidance, because that is your role in the life of your daughter anyway. Offer guidance. Okay, how can we do? What should we do? How does it get better? Do you understand? So those are the things. So put the year in perspective, and don't forget, ask all questions at this stage. Don't forget, this kind of stage, it will just evolve naturally. It will just come. You don't have to force it. You don't have to force it. Why? Because you watered the ground. You've watered the heart of your daughter. Your daughter feels safe. Your daughter feels secure. Your daughter feels comfortable. Do you understand? So, dear parents, kindly learn to water the ground and then put it in perspective. Is she struggling in a subject? Is she struggling in a course? Why is she struggling? What is the problem? How can I help you? You can't come from this angle and your daughter will still be resisting. It's not possible. There's no one that I treat with love that will resist. It's not possible. It's not possible. You're not getting the result because you're harsh, because you're judgmental, because you're and the more you're harsh, the more you're judgmental, the more you're furious and angry, the more your daughter will withdraw. She will withdraw. And then she begins to harden the heart too. And then nothing is like you're just sanding something off a board. Pam, 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 and you're not making any impact. So please put the year in perspective together and offer guidance. Whatever area you think she needs guidance. She's struggling with friendship, she's making the wrong friends. They begin to wonder why she's making the wrong friends. So is she struggling in a particular subject? They begin to wonder, is she spending too much time on the phone? Or is she not able to make friends? Why? Is it because she's shy? Is she timid? Is she afraid? Is it self-esteem issues? It is when you begin to when you have done all of this, that is when whatever struggle it is, that's when it will come out. And to what end? To prepare, ready, better, the two of you together on your journey for next year. So put it in perspective. Is it whatever it is, put it in perspective, sit down together, and don't forget, you're not wielding a hammer of judgment. That's not what you're doing. No, you're not wielding a hammer of judgment, because God doesn't do that to us. He waits for us in love. He waits for us with patience, hoping that all men will come to repentance. That's what the scripture says. So it's the same thing with your daughter. So please, then the next thing, prepare for the incoming year together. Create goals. We have not done this, but we're going to do before this year. And we're going to sit down. What are we achieving next year? Do you understand? So it is, you've put things in perspective, that you've been able to know, what are my daughter's struggle? How can I help her? What do I do? Where do I intervene? Do I need to go to the school? Do I need to sit down with her? Sit with her when she's doing her chores, homework? Do you understand? You begin to know what are the extra things that you need to put on your daughter's journey. Then after you have done all of that, then you begin to put the year in perspective together. Prepare for the incoming year together. Create goals, smart goals, short, achievable, realistic, not bold goals. Say, what do you want to do next year? Oh, I want to, it could be, I want to increase my reading level. For me, that's a goal for next year. I want to increase my reading. Is it readability? There's any grammar like that? Yeah. So it could be anything. Or I want to focus on my personal hygiene. For your girl, if your girl is still struggling, some of them are still struggling. You have to shave. Some are struggling. You'll be surprised. You ask some of them, and then you have this offensive odor. A lot of things that we see on the field. Yeah. So whatever it is, could be. See, don't forget, no goal is too small. But any goal that makes you that shifts you from one place to a better place, it's a goal. Yeah. So celebrate it. Don't let someone make you feel, oh, you don't have a goal. If your goal, for example, if your goal is something as simple as reducing your screen time, some of us have to work on that. If that is your goal, then if you achieve it, somebody shouldn't make you feel less because the person has done other things. It's not a competition, it's not a race. It is a journey with your daughter to ensure that your daughter is helped, is supported, to be the best that she can possibly be. All right. So prepare for the incoming year together. Create goals. And of course, if you have not written it down, it's not a goal yet. Yeah, you know that. So you have not written it down. If it's not written down, it's not yet a goal. It's scriptural. Write this vision, make it plain so that everyone that sees can run it. So if you are not writing anything now, you can start. I'm not saying New Year resolution. Don't misunderstand me. I have a theme about New Year resolution, but that's not the discuss for now. Okay. So please prepare for the incoming year together. Of course, prayerfully. And you have to have that prayerfully. After you are prepared, you still have to commit everything to the hands of God on your journey with your daughter in the new year. Then the next thing you want to do, the final thing you want to do, is a short class because I still have an induction to attend this evening. Yes. So the last thing you want to do is you want to end with a gratitude and appreciation session. Please be grateful for having your girl in your life. I know they exasperate. I know all of the things that they do. Trust me, I have a pre-twin, I have a teen, I have a full-blown teen. So I see everything that they do. I know. But end the session with gratitude and appreciation session. Let them feel I feel grateful that I have my daughter in my life. Your daughter must know that you feel grateful that she is in your life. Yes, I mean it. So many people want daughters in their lives, but for reasons that is beyond human comprehension, they don't have them. So many people try, they struggle to have daughters in their lives, but for some reason, something has happened. Some people have lost their daughters. I hope you know. Some people have lost their daughters, but yours is with you. She's just not there yet. Some people have daughters struggling. Some people have daughters struggling with addiction. Your daughter is not struggling with addiction. Some people have daughters who are prostituting up and down. Your daughter is not doing that. Some people have daughters who up from one place to the other. Some people have daughters that are not married and then they have not set their eyes on them in 1 year, 2 years, 3 years because they are all over the place. And yours is not like that. So be grateful that your daughter is in your life. So some people have daughters that have been abused. Some people have daughters that have been molested. We're not saying this to make anyone we're not it's so that you understand that beyond the daughter that annoys you, beyond the daughter that has not everything you want her to do, she hasn't done. Beyond all of that is a daughter that you need to be deeply, deeply grateful for. Like look into her eyes and tell her, I am deeply grateful for you. Let your daughter feel that this season that she'll be together with you. Let your daughter feel that this is that she'll be together with you. Let them feel, let them feel, let them feel that you're grateful. Your daughter is not a burden. Your daughter is not an accident. Your daughter is not that person you just have to push through life. No. Your daughter is someone that should feel, please excuse me. So your daughter is someone that should feel your gratefulness because of her presence in her life. See, if you've seen girls struggle with addiction, if you've seen girls struggle with pornography, if you've seen girls struggle with lies, if you've seen girls struggle with stealing, if you've seen girls struggle with a whole lot of things, that is when you will know that you should be truly, truly grateful for your daughter. So of course, what we are grateful for multiplies. What we are grateful for grows. What we are grateful for expands. So be grateful for your daughter's presence in your life. People have lost daughters this year. I was in church earlier and I was reflecting on all of the things that, I wanted to cheat myself. I didn't want to see what I should say. And I brought myself back, gave myself the right perspective. Some people have lost daughters this year. Yours is with you. Be grateful for her. After this session, go and hug your daughter. Go and tell her that you are grateful for her in your life. Because that's exactly what I'm going to go and do. All right. So I mentioned 10 things to make this time better. I said start with the things they have done well or the milestone they have achieved. Put out some of the family rituals, pull out some of the family rituals you used to do. Find time to do together what she loves or visit places she loves. Plan a date or get a getaway with her. Listen to the things she has to say on those outings. Serve her. Yes. Play together. Put the year in perspective and offer guidance. Prepare for the incoming year together. Create goals. Then finally, end with a gratitude and appreciation session. And I said, go hug your daughter. I'm going to go hug mine. Go hug your daughter and tell her that you're grateful that she is in your life. Hope you have learned something. I'll be here again next week. Yes, before we go on holiday, because yes, holiday is coming. Have you bought my second book? Have you bought the new book? It's streaming on Sellers on Amazon. Please go get, not for your girl alone. You have any girl in your corner, please get for them. Trust me, there's a lot of things that your girl has to learn. Yes, I am gifted to write for girls. I'm not even capping it. All right, I'll be here again next week. Thank you and bye bye.